Hello and welcome to my latest video on Jurassic World Alive. And as Halloween approaches, we have a new super hybrid in the form of Indochicyon. And will it be a nightmare for its opponents, or will it just be fodder for the existing meta? Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so Indochicyon is a super hybrid apex. It is a cunning, fierce creature, and its base stats, as you can see there, are 4600 for health, 1500 damage, 130 speed, 0% armor, 25% crit chance, and 135% crit damage. In terms of HP, it's going to peak at 5,591 at level 30, 6,150 with 10% enhancement. And if you put 20 boosts on HP, that'll get you up to 8,386. And that's 9,224 with the 10% enhancement. In terms of damage, it peaks at 1,822 at level 30. And with that 10% enhancement, you're going to get 2,004 damage. With the maximum 20 boosts on damage, you're going to get 2,734 damage. And with the 10% enhancement, that goes up to 3,007. In terms of resistances, Indochicyon has 100% resistance to stun and crit reduction. Stun is certainly a significant resistance to have in this current meta. But its weakness will be the 0 resistance it has to rend and damage over time, as both these are attacking options in a lot of the meta creatures right now. Indochicyon's main offensive weapon is its ability to increase damage or crit chance. In terms of defense, it's all about dodging or reducing damage. Indo has 2 attacking abilities available to it on turn 1, with a potential damage outlay of 5,625, assuming its counter kicks in prior to its move being actioned. With its illusion ability, providing 2 times damage on next attack, if this is combined with its skirmish ability, which also has a 2 times attack, this could provide a total single attack of 5 times damage when performed after the counter. The reactive ability provides Indo with its only cleanse option, which could be highly effective in nullifying any damage over time attacks. Indochicyon represents the second super hybrid apex based on a regional creature. First we had Glyptosavis, which has Stegosaurus as an ingredient, and that epic creature is limited to spawning in North and South America only. And now we have Indochicyon, which has Rinchenia as an ingredient, and that's specific to Africa and Australasia. Of course, this is great for those in Africa and Australasia, not so great for the rest of us who aren't in those geographical locations. So Rinchenia, very much dependent on events to get DNA from that creature. Okay, so what are Indochicyon's top counters? Which creatures is it really going to have to swap out and run away from? Well, firstly, Indochicyon has no resistance to affliction, so very much Rajadorixix and Draco Lux, very much its nemesis in that respect. Indochicyon also has no resistance to damage over time, so there's quite a few creatures in the meta at the moment that have that ability, and you can see 6 of them there. Indochicyon uses dodge as a major defensive ability, so for those creatures that have a precise or dodge nullifying ability, Indo's defense will be seriously compromised, and you can see there's quite a few there that have precise or dodge nullifying abilities. Moving on to reduced damage, Indo it does have 50% resistance to reduced damage, so it's not fully effective against creatures that have that ability, but remember, it's also got no resistance to affliction, so if it's been afflicted, that reduced damage will take more of an effect. And then we have Rend, so 0% resistance to Rend, so Indo's going to have really struggle with Magna Raptor, Griganath and Thylus. who utilize Rend in their set of abilities. And then finally, swap in attacks. So if the opponents survive Indo's on-escape attack, it's going to be vulnerable to attack, especially from those creatures with precise or nullifying attacks. So Indo's going to really struggle against creatures that principally can bypass or nullify dodge and also have damage over time ability. I've not included in the top counters any creatures that kind of rely on Rend, because Indo, although it has no resistance to Rend, it does have dodge, which will counter the impact of any Rend attack. So example, Thylus, not great with dodge, but it does have Rend, so I've not put that into the top counters there for that reason. Okay, moving on to those creatures that Indo is effective against, and quite frankly, not many. Okay, so as I said, its main defense is dodge, but most of the meta can get round dodge, either with a precise attack or by nullifying it. So you've really only got in the kind of, and this is just the periphery of the meta, two creatures that Indo is going to be really strong against, and that's the classic 93 T-Rex and Uteranus, both pure fierce creatures. Although the classic Mattel 93 T-Rex does have an ability that bypasses dodge, Indo would still win that head-to-head against it. So that is the latest super hybrid apex, Indochicyon. I'm not sure whether I've got that right in terms of pronunciation. Anyway, not very good, quite frankly. Who knew something could be worse than Glyptosaphis? Is this going to be a trend now in terms of those geographical creatures that only spawn in specific locations around the world? Are they going to get super hybrids that, quite frankly, aren't any good? Let's hope not. Let's hope Ludia sort this out, give buffs where buffs are required. Indochicyon certainly needs a buff, and let's see what happens. Anyway, please do subscribe to my channel. It does make all the difference. Click the like button and also notification bell to make sure you get notified of any future content that I publish. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you again. Bye bye now.